Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wanted to wait a little bit longer before making this and recording this. But like it's rattling in my mind again and again. Even now I'm sitting maybe I shouldn't record it. Maybe I should just wait. Because it's kind of like the words that are coming to me are words that not necessarily things that I usually use. Um and the way that I talk to people. So if you're here today, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are just now finding me, my name is Miriam. I am an intuitive. I do channeling messages from angels. I read angel numbers, numerology, all that fun stuff. Um, and also, there's messages for people who are meant to hear me. This will find the people that are meant to find my face and my words. And okay, all that to say, the phrase that keeps going on in my head is keep your head in the game. Keep your head in the game. Keep your head in the game. You are such a high vibes being. You are such a high vibes person. And even a lot of people make this mistake looking at a high vibes person thinking that they never have a problem, that they never got nothing going on. And truly the situation is the reason why you're high vibes is because of all the stuff you've had go on in your life and the things that you've handled. And so whenever we are then faced with people who have not gone through the same training that the universe and God and these angels have provided for us emotionally, spiritually, right? If you come across somebody who has not done all that training that you've done, and then you're all of a sudden trying to have them lift a whole boulder and that you can spin on your finger, no problem, they've never even lifted a rock. They've picked up a few pebbles, 222 as I say this. And so the patience and grace that it's taking, not only for those people, but also for yourself. And so whenever I'm hearing keep your head in the game, I feel like a coach is talking to a player of, so I don't even know sports like that, okay? But I feel like a man is talking through me. A very masculine energy is coming out of me. Um, Keep your head in the game. Keep your head in the game. You got this. You got this. This is what was shouting in my head waking this morning. And so I think somehow a little bit you've forgotten that the world is a game, that this life is a game. Not that you don't have to take it seriously. There are some things you take seriously. Sometimes you're taking everything so seriously because you know how big of a job you have. You know how responsible you have to be. You know how much is in your hands. You know how capable you are of healing this world, of healing your brothers and sisters. And so you feel almost fearful, like that you're going to continue to be misunderstood. And you will be misunderstood by people. That's not your deal. You run your race. You pay attention to keep your head in the game. Don't look over there and worry about whatever's supposed to be doing. You have a play in front of you. You know what your position is. You know what you're supposed to do. You are the teammate that does this thing. You do that thing. Even if the whole team is fucking up, and pardon my language, 414 as I say this, even if the whole team is not doing their job and there's only one other person on the team who's doing it and it just happens to be the person who needs to send you the ball, don't be trying to take me too seriously about this analogy. But this is for you, so you know what I'm talking about. You were making the connections for me and you were adding the additional words for me because you know what I'm saying. Because it is not your job on the team to worry about your teammates. That's the coach's job, right? If the coaches messes up, like, you can be aware, you can observe that things are off, but you still do the thing that you're going to do, that you know that you have set in front of you, your purpose, your plan. You do that. And as other things come up, if somebody else ends up getting inside, because you don't know what the other team's plan is. This is football. I'm talking about football, I guess. But you don't know what the other play is for the other team. So your play might play right into their hands, and that's okay. Essentially, if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you're going to be distracted. And then that leads to you not being able to do your job. And right now, the job is for you to be on yourself, to be kind to yourself, to selfishly set boundaries. Because selfish is considered a bad word, and it's not a bad word. Okay? When we think about the self, and when we're trying to grow as our highest self and trying to grow ourselves, I don't want to be selfish. I want to be full of self. But sometimes you have to start just being selfish, and then eventually you fully become self. Okay? When we're selfless, what is that saying? We have less self. We are giving ourselves over to other people, giving our energy over to other people. And that was out of 626. Let me just tell you, you are being told it is time to stop being selfless. And you can just be a little selfish, and that's okay. What words are resonating with you? What messages are coming to you and staying in you with you? What things are you observing that are cycles in your life? What things are you frustrated about? Because the things that frustrate you are the things that you are recognizing as a cycle within yourself. Like, so if somebody does something in front of you and it makes you mad, sometimes they're just objectively a bad person, but that usually gives you a different type of feeling. It's not usually anger, it's usually like disgust, or it's a feeling that you can't quite understand. It's when you see terrible things on the internet like I did, and you see what people can do, that's a different feeling from being annoyed with somebody who has overstepped a boundary. And that's from 737 as I say this. And so when that person oversteps a boundary, I'm mad at them for overstepping a boundary. But then I go back and reflect and realize I wasn't mad at them for overstepping a boundary. I'm mad at myself for never truly setting that boundary to the point where it is so clear that it's not something that they can cross. So then it's my turn to go in and reflect on myself, and then and get myself back in the game and get my head back in the game. 808 as I say that. So looking around, seeing how that energy is coming back to you, seeing what energy you're putting in. Oh, my nose itches. Seeing what energy you are meant to that you are putting in, and what comes back from that energy. Even in conversations, even in the food that you eat, even in the games that you play. After you're done doing whatever thing that you do you feel energized? Do you feel low energy? Do you feel neutral? Because if you put in good, you're going to get good. If you put in bad, you're going to get bad. And if you put in mediocre, you're going to get mediocre. Okay, that's it. That's what I got for you. Ending at an 8:48 on that message. So 848. Yeah. 11, master number 11 too. Be creative in your patience and grace that you give to yourself and others. You're gonna find new ways to do that. You are at the point where you can solve these problems. You're incredibly diplomatic, and you're seeking balance in other people's lives, not just yours, because you are a master healer. You're meant to heal people. So, doctors still got to go to school. Doctors still got to take care of themselves. Like, if you're not eating enough food, you can't be running around the hospital doing surgeries. Have a wonderful day, and in the meantime, keep a lookout for the numbers and stay synchronized.